Hi guys, I'm gonna do another video today because I did one already. Oh shit, I forgot. I forgot that I was sitting in the office with Megan. She's back from her trip, and jokingly I was asking her if I could give her a tattooed tear on her face, and I I drew one on myself, but it wasn't very good. I don't know if you can see it or not. She ended up turning it into a leaf. So this goes out to all of my thugs out there. Stay up. Man, I'm just like reflecting back on the past couple of days. Things have been wild. I do want to recommit. I broke my word yesterday. I did not do a video. Yeah, I didn't do a video. Insert any reason. Doesn't really matter. The fact is, it just didn't happen. And I'm recommitting today. I'll continue to do one video a day, or at least one video a day, for the month of June. And yeah, and it's one of those things that it's like right now I'm giving myself space for that too. Yeah, the alcohol, tobacco, coffee thing, still 100%. It's weird. I think that they say that tobacco stays in your system, or nicotine stays in your system for like 21 days, or maybe it's 14 days. I don't remember exactly which. But today, like, lots of cravings came up again. Just like, wow, that's kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if it's because my body keeps going through intermittent like phases of detox. I'm not sure. I haven't really done anything like more strenuous. Well, I guess I was off work for like 4 days. I really needed to just like take space to be with myself. Just because all of the emotion that has been like showing up, all of the emotion, all of the passion, all of the anger, all of the, it's like you can only repress yourself for so long, and it's like the truth will always come out. You just can't escape it, because it's like, it's just right there all the time. Doesn't have to insist, doesn't demand, doesn't do anything. It's just right there, and like, I know for a long time in my life, it was really important to like not tell the truth. Like, telling the truth was equivalent to like death, like in some ways, like that was a reality, and in others, that was just like a perception. But I see now, like the older I get and the more mature I become, I'm totally committed to it. Like, I'm totally committed to living in truth. And one because I'm lazy. Because, like, I don't want to have to manage a bunch of fucking lies. Like, I don't want to have to... It's like, people that know me because I share myself, you know, I share what I have, you know, like, and I'm honest. Sometimes that comes across as like being an asshole, and I'm not, you know, like, I do like totally hold it that it's way more important to be kind than it is to be right. In most situations, obviously there's anomalies to everything, but most of my experience, it's more important to be kind than to be right. And I was looking at this, you know, and it was just like, the thing that was right there for me is that it's like, how did I say it? It's like, it came to me like originally, but it's also inspired and influenced by a samurai, like it was a samurai warrior, I forget his name, like Masamoto or something like that. But it's like, the cost of not telling the truth is living a lie. And for me, I'm just, you know, I'm at a point where it's like, I don't want to live a lie. You know, like because it's all part of that freedom, authenticity, all of that, you know. But also, you know, authenticity, sometimes I see people that confuse, and myself included, I'm not excluded from this, but sometimes I see people saying that they're being authentic when, you know, they're authentically being an asshole. And I think that any sort of like insistence like that is usually some sort of like egoic perception, unless it's not, unless it's completely clear. But most of the time, everyone that I've met that has been clear about things like that, they're usually pretty in touch with impact and emotion and all of that. And so they're usually very considerate, not to the point where they sacrifice to be pleasing. But, you know, they're not just inconsiderate with their words. And I think that there's a big misconception that goes around about authenticity. It's like, you know, a kid that's throwing a temper tantrum. That's completely unedited expression. You don't get much more authentic than that. But it's still, you know, it's like, that's because that kid only knows how to communicate that way, and it's a fucking pain in the ass a lot of times. You know, there's a resiliency to holding it. You know, there's an understanding and empathizing with their space, and there's also a not contributing to it. You know, there's a, you know, they're free to do that to the degree that they're like, you know, it's like there's room for that until there's not. And it's the same thing for me with authenticity. It's like, you know, when I stop considering my impact on another, to me that's not the authenticity that I'm talking about or that I'm aiming for. That's a little bit more like reckless and just like unboundaried, inconsiderate, you know, things like that. Yeah, and so, just like coming out of all of the detox, all of the emotion, all of the, all of that stuff coming up, it's like, man, I really have a lot of compassion for, one, like I have a lot of compassion for myself. I've learned a lot about myself in the last couple of days. Some of it not so pretty, but it's like in the world that I'm living in, which is like, discover who you are, discover what you're committed to, discover what you're about. It's like, a lot of these things aren't set in stone. It's like there's either accepted enculturation, programming, things like that, or it's been discovered, it's been clear, I've gotten to the bottom of it, I've gotten complete about whatever it is, and I've set my own boundaries based on my own, like the way that my operating system functions. It's like, this is a yes, this is a no. I think that every single person has that internal guidance system. Sorry, it's gonna get dark, but you'll still be able to hear me. Everyone has that internal guidance system. And everyone knows right from wrong is not the right. That's not, I typically don't go that route. But you could say that everyone knows what's right for them and what's not right for them in terms of the way that it has an energetic impact. And, it's like this guidance system is like a yes-no. It's like that's how it functions. And some things that we're a yes to, we shouldn't be a yes to, in the sense that it's forwarding self-destruction. And some of the things that we're a no to, it's really like discovering, what am I a yes to and what am I a no to? And have I really examined what I'm a yes to and what I'm a no to? Or have I just adopted what I'm a yes to, what I'm a no to? Have I inherited it? Or is it my own creation? Can I stand solid inside of, this is my yes and this is my no? These are fundamental to boundaries. And this is what's been showing up for me a lot lately, and it's something that's really important to me to explore in my life, to live an examined life. And to get to the bottom of, be at the source of, all of these things are important to me, because it's like, it's really this place of standing my ground, like standing inside of my power, saying that this is who I am and this is who I'm not, simultaneously, without really even saying anything. It's really this state of being. And I got to see some places where I'm really weak in that, where I really need some more fortitude and stability and strengthening. And what great self-awareness, it's like, I'm glad to have seen that. Because either way, it's running the show, it's like, it's happening in the background. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's like, to say that shouldn't be there or shouldn't be the way that it is, it's like, come on, why should it be different? It's my experience. Who's saying that it should be different? What's saying that it should be different? That's all self-image stuff. That's all identity stuff. And it's great to have that, and we all have that. But it's not the truth, It's like the identity is the mask. We below that are the wearers of the mask. And that's something that I endeavor to discover, and stand inside of, to be self-realized in that way. And it's always just right there, it's always just right there. But you do have to work through some of the conditioning. You do have to work through some of the enculturation. You do have to work through, and different people to different degrees. Sometimes I think my individualism is a curse and a blessing, and it's both and it's neither. And I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be the end of this one. So, thanks again. Thanks for listening. I hope, my wish is that we get to live in a world where everyone gets to stand inside of their truth, and that world works. And that world is way better than this one. And this one's pretty fucking good. It really is pretty good. All right, peace.